Hello, good morning. Welcome to DK Plaza. This morning we are going to show you how to service and repair flex tools. Alright? It's not about polishing or leather restoration or coating, but it's about how to maintain your tools. And it is good that you maintain your tools because they are expensive today. And by maintaining it well, it can assist in your detailing work, and you don't have then stall times with tools that are not working. Okay? Alright, first of all, you must have a set of tools like this. Okay? We bought this from Beta, from one of the local distributor, and this is how the tools look like. Very complete, strong tools. These parts are very strong. It doesn't chip off, and it comes in a box like this. Cute and nice, compact, very useful. Okay, so these are the tool set, and the particular polishing tool today we are going to use to show you is an XFA 715 manufactured by Flex. And the other most important tool that you need to have is a test pen. This you can get from any hardware shop that is close by to you. I hope you enjoy watching this. I'm excited. I hope you too. And do listen particularly and carefully, and do see the steps. We're going to show you step by step. So don't worry, it's going to be very clear, and the instructions are going to be very helpful to all of you. And after this XFE, we will proceed to other tools as well. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like. Okay, so we begin by learning how to open the backing disc, and we're going to pick up the right Allen key. Yes, and this is the number PZ1. If you are using Beta, we are not sure about other tools, yeah, but this will be the right one, and Prakash will pull it out and attach to the necessary tools to attachments, so that he can start removing the screws that are inside the backing plate. So yeah, he's going to do it now. So this is how we open the backing disc. And there are 3 screws. So after successfully removing all the screws, you will have access to the backing plate. Okay? Yeah. Okay, in order to access to the front head gear, first we have to remove the screw for the handle. For those of you who are right hand, so you need a smaller handle, you can screw it here. Some people use it, some people don't, depending on whether if you're right hand or left hander. So this is supposed to be for the access of the smaller handle. Okay, so now we're going to remove the rubber molding, lift it up and remove it. And next is to remove the screw that is in here, and the right size will be TX15. You notice that the TX15 is used on the overall tool to remove most of the screws. It is a very clever way of manufacturing. So one size bit to remove 90% of the screws, in fact, of the body of the tool. Yeah. So after removing this, then we go to the other one. Yep. So if you got good tools, it's very easy. All right, it's very easy. So we encourage you to get good ones and not the cheap ones, where sometimes you get chipped off and then you have big trouble with it. Yep. Okay, and we placed all the screws together like this so that we can know that these the tools, these are the screws for the appropriate parts. Yep. And there's another one at this side. So it's not really that difficult. Even a beginner could easily remove this. Yep. This is the other half, and the other half is just, you know, if you are good at eating seafood, I guess, then you know this is easily removed. Yep. So now we get access to this part, and now he's going to show you how to remove the 4 screws that are attached here. So the right bit would be which
Same.
number?
Same one.
As well. Oh, okay. So it's TX15 as well. Like I said, 1 bead screw, and it can be used with many of the screws that are used, and it's a top wrench, so it's easily removed. Yep. So there are 4 of them. We should be able to do it. Before we show you how to remove the part to access to the gears, we want to tell you that it is very important to place the parts in its right place so that you don't get confused and exchange different screws with different parts. Okay, now Prakash is going to show you how this can be removed. Exactly, carefully, tenderly. Okay, so well, we must say that the grease is quite messy, but it's still okay, it's still good. We don't think it's really necessary to change the grease unless it's really watery or black. Yeah, I think we just serviced this particular tool many months ago, maybe probably more than 6 months ago. Yep. So this is where you have access to see the gears. Of course, the armature is inside here into the black box. You have to remove 4 more screws or 6 more screws in order to access to the armature. And okay, so I think we have diagnosed the tool properly. We changed the cable. That's about it. And that's it. That's it. Maybe in the next video we're going to show you how we access to the armature by removing all the screws so that you can see where the armature is. Okay, before we remove this part of the head to access to the armature, it is important that you go to the carbon brush, remove it, so that we will, that's the first step to remove the black chassis shell body to access to the armature. Yep. So we will remove the carbon brush right now. There are 2. One, this is considered the belly at the bottom, and then there's another one right at the top. Okay. So get the right tool to access the unit, the carbon brush. Okay, so this is the belly ones, and there's one more right at the top. Yep. Over here, this also has to be removed because it's connected to the armature. So gently with the little mini Allen key, you could see what we are doing. And here you are. Now we got the carbon brush out. Okay, with this now in place, the most important step, we can now access here, and we're going to see which beads that we are going to use is still the same, which is TX15 will be used as well to remove these screws. Yeah, this is how you removed it one by one, and after that to pull out. Okay, these are the 4 screws that were removed from here, and now Prakash will show you how to remove the head and separating it. So you're going to hold it. Yeah. So now you can see this is where the armature is. That is why you have to remove the carbon brush, because it was brushing here. Okay, so this is where it is. And we will show you some other videos in how to clean this armature. Please do not hold it by hand. You can actually remove it from here, which we're going to show you in a while, how you can remove the armature from the head unit. Hello once again to the Flex workshop. As I was saying in the earlier video, when my colleague was diagnosing the tool, that the problem with the cable connection, where there were no electricity supply. Now many a times there are some people who would do this to the cables. I would advise, you see, this is what that is going to happen. So it is always a good habit, in order not to destroy the factory fitted cables, is to let it set the circle by itself. Yeah, because in the factory it is already rolled very well, manufactured in that way. In fact, this is anti-electrocuted cables. They are very safe, very high quality. So don't force how the wire should shape, but rather keep it the way that it has been wired. It will just fold itself into a circle like this on its own, so you don't have to force it. Alright, what I'm saying is that don't do this. Okay, by doing this, you are changing the pattern. That is the core wires that are inside, because they are interlooped like this. So let it make into a circle by itself. Alright, let it loose and go like this. So don't force it, don't force the shape. It will go in a circle on its own, like this. Okay, like this. So you have a round cable like this. Thank you.